I went down the usual path of studying the fashion course. After that, I worked in fashion retail for about 3 years, building up the courage to open up my own business and also get the experience relevant to have my own store, the retail experience, obviously having the technical experience from the fashion course. So basically building all the components I needed to open my own store, and then about 2008 I opened my own store. Started with 5 garments on the rails, because half of the store was a studio, so it was like a working shop basically. So I opened my doors with 5 pieces of clothing on my rails, and now 5 years later I have about 500 after lots of hard work. So yeah, and we're still building on it. I think the hardest thing was actually just jumping out of my comfort zone of having a full-time job and into a life of having no money and building a business from scratch basically. I think that was the hardest thing. After having done it and actually doing the job of having a store, it wasn't as difficult as I thought. It is very long hours, but it's alright when you enjoy what you do. A bit of everything, but nowadays it's mostly street style. It's what people are wearing. I take influence of what people are wearing and then give my own twist to it and more of a contemporary take on it. Along with everything else I see in my life, maybe it's artists, films or anything will come into it. But mainly it's the street style that influences me. I think it's quite positive because there's not many independent shops like mine in Huddersfield, and ones which design and make everything in-house and sell it, so everything about it is local, and there's not many people doing the whole local thing. So I think it was quite refreshing to see someone like myself, designing and making and selling all at the same time. We've completely changed a lot of our product types. The prices have gone up and down, and it's all got to do with the economy. It's had a major influence on us, people's tastes, what's going on in your town. It influences a lot what type of stuff you're going to sell basically. The reason I opened it in Huddersfield because I love this town. I'm from here, and I think I thought there wasn't much of what I do here, which is true. There's not much of a major independent scene, even though there is more so now than there was when I started. Yeah, because of that reason, I decided to open it here. The area is great, but what I found, I started selling mostly sort of party frocks and everything like that, and what I found over time is that because of Huddersfield hasn't got major going out spots and major restaurants and stuff like that, it affects your trade basically. For instance, I make party frocks and there isn't that many amazing places to go out where you would dress up. There's nice bars and stuff, but there's not enough where you would warrant wearing a nice dress or anything. Whereas you would in a city, every day of the week you'd get dressed up and go out. So the area, because of that, it's made me change the way I do my business. So I do more of a younger range now, less of the party dresses, because of the area and the locale basically, and what goes on in this town. Since in our journey of the 5 years, we've been up and down, as I've said, and last year was our toughest year. And fortunately, it was the toughest year in our standalone boutiques, but fortunately at the same time we launched our online boutique, which is on ASOS Marketplace under the Left Bank. And this year, in the next month or so, we're launching hardypunglia.com, which is our standalone boutique of our own, which will sell everything, and it's open to a worldwide market. So for now, it's great serving the local people, but I think it's going to be better to serve everyone of this international market, and that will steer our design yet again, because we won't be restricted to what we need to do for the locals. We can do whatever we want now, which is what we've always wanted to do. I'm Hardy Punglia, I'm the designer and owner of the Left Bank Boutique, and this is Music Talks.